What's good, my people? It's the Rockets Propaganda Channel. Welcome back, welcome back. I am your boy AK Infinity. Follow me on Twitter at AK Infinity_VVS. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe on this video. I just finished watching that Nuggets versus Clippers game. Getting ready for my little Clippers versus Rockets preview on Friday. I'm gonna do a little video. I might drop it Friday morning or Thursday evening. I don't know yet. I'm not sure. But that video, me watching that game, I kind of needed to watch that game before I even did this video. I'm recording. If you can't tell, I'm recording this Tuesday night. I'm dropping this Wednesday morning. But yeah, I had to watch that game because it's kind of relevant to what we finna go into here in a little second. So, as you know, there's been some weird discourse around Jalen Green and third year leaps and kangaroo jackrabbits and all kind of crazy nonsense, man. But something we need to understand is you don't microwave success. And if you do, I guarantee you it's gonna cool down as fast as it can. That's how that works. You ever had some slow cooked gumbo and you compared it next to some microwave frozen gumbo from Walmart? You ever compared the two? Which one tastes better? Rhetorical question because we know. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna do a comparison, a career comparison from age 21 to some notable guards in NBA history. Few of which are still playing, one no longer. But we gonna get into it right here. And the reason why I picked age 21 is because Jalen Green is currently 21, and everybody that I picked, they started the. I looked at the season where they started off the season at age 21. So without any further ado, let's go on and get into it. First player, our old buddy, Russell Westbrook. So let's see what he did at age 21. Played 81 games, 34 minutes a game, 16 points, 5 rebounds, 8 assists, 1.4 steals. Pretty good numbers, decent numbers for a 21-year-old NBA guard. Um, I believe this was his second season, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, his shooting splits. We know Russ's shooting splits ain't always been the best. But one thing you can't deny about Russ is he's a hooper. He come to play. Like he's not one of them guys that you got to sit there and worry about bringing it every night. All right, next player we gonna get into. Oh, the old bearded assassin himself, Birdface, James Harden. I call him Birdface, Bird Nest Face. James Harden, at age 21, pedestrian numbers. At age 21, 26 minutes a game. Of course, he was coming off the bench in OKC. Played all 82 games. He only averaged 12.2 assists a game, 3.1 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal. Now, OKC back then had a lot of games nationally televised, and when you watch their games, whenever he did come in, and this wasn't even the year he won Sixth Man of the Year. This was the year before that. So this was his second season, as a matter of fact. He come in. He actually would come in, and a lot of times he'd be running point. Um, and he played. Of course, they closed a lot of the games with James and Russ together. Um, and it looked decent. He looked like a solid guard. I mean, you didn't know what he could become, but stick with me. We gonna get into that. We gonna get into that in a little bit, and I'm gonna explain myself. Just stick with me. Next player we gonna get into. Man, Steph Curry, the Rocket Killer himself. This man done broke more Rockets fans' hearts than probably anybody in NBA history, man. I don't know any Rockets fans that like Steph Curry, but one thing's for sure is we all respect him. Let's look and see what he did at age 21 in the NBA. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I believe this was his rookie season. This was either his rookie season or his sophomore season. Can't quite remember, but it's all good. Age regardless. This is his age. He was at age 21 at this point. 16 points a game, 4 rebounds, 5 assists, 1.8 steals. These are solid numbers. And then, of course, the shooting splits, decent for a 21-year-old guard. Whether it's rookie or sophomore, this is decent. Like, you'll take this right now in the NBA, over a lot of starting point guard. Well, yeah, you take it. This is a starting point guard with these numbers. Just looking at the numbers, like we're not even gonna talk about how he played or whatnot, because the numbers and how somebody plays don't always match. But like I said, man, peep this: 42% from three, 45% overall. 16 points a game. This is solid. This is solid starting point guard numbers. You'll take that. All right, we got one more person that we're gonna look at age 21. Oh baby, oh Kobe Bean Bryant, God rest his soul. Look what he was doing at age 21. And he was playing 38 minutes a game. 22 points, 6 rebounds, 4.9 assists, 1.6 steals, almost a block a game. 46% from the field, 31% from three, which back then, back in '01, yeah, this was like 2000, 2001. 31%, that means they got to come out and guard you. Now, if you shoot 31%, they don't leave you open all day. But here's a key thing about Kobe Bryant's year 21-year-old season. This was his fourth season. This was his fourth year. So he ain't roll out. He ain't just come in the league just killing dudes left, right, and center. All right. Remember, we focusing on certain guards at age 21. Now let's look and compare all these guys we just looked at to Jalen Green. So far in his year 21-year-old season, he's averaging 19 points a game, 4.7 rebounds, 2.7 assists, zero point 0.7 steals. Field goal percentage dropped a little bit, 41%. He's shooting 40% from three though. Um, it's just 9 games in, 32 minutes a game. So these numbers are not really that far off from the other four guys we just mentioned. They're not that far off. I'm finna look in the camera. I'm finna say something, man. I want y'all to listen to me, man. I want y'all to listen very careful to me. I'm comparing Jalen Green to them other four guys, and what do the other four guys have in common? I'm gonna give y'all 5 seconds to think about it. What all four of them other guys have in common? Time's up. All four of them other guys was MVPs. All four of them other guys was MVPs. Hold on. I don't know if y'all hearing me. I said all four of them other guys was MVPs. And when they was 21 years old in the league, they wasn't putting up numbers that would suggest that they was going to be future MVPs in the NBA. No, they were not. Some of y'all might say, "Oh, Kobe's numbers was cool. I remember when Kobe." No, you don't. Let's stop that. Stop the cap. Stop the cap. Them wasn't the barbershop conversations we was having back then. I'm old enough to remember. Nobody was talking about Kobe was gonna be a league MVP in one day. Nobody. And part of the reason for that is back then it was big men getting MVPs left, right, and center. Guards wasn't getting MVPs like that. It just wasn't. It just wasn't. When a guard gets an MVP, that's an outlier. It's not the norm. More times than not, it's big men that was getting MVPs back then. But Kobe got his MVP later on down the line. The league started to change a little bit, but Kobe did get his MVP eventually. Steph got his MVP. He got two of them. One of them unanimous. Russell Westbrook got one. James Harden got one. James Harden arguably could have had three of them, but we're not gonna go there. This ain't James Harden propaganda. This is Rockets propaganda. I'm not saying that Jalen Green is going to be a league MVP someday in this league. I'm not saying that. What I am saying is just because somebody is showing up a certain way at age 21, especially at the guard position, because right now we kind of positionless in the NBA. We're not going to talk. We don't care if it's shooting guards, point guards. We don't really care about all that. It's guards, forwards, center, and it's really guards, front court. It's really what it is. But Jalen Green he got the mindset. First of all, he got the mindset for it. When you hear him talk, all interviews, every interview this season, since the off season, since before we even hired Ime Udoka, all he been talking about is, man, I want to win, I want to win, I want to win. He tired of losing. What does every coach say about him? What was they saying about him at the USA Select team when they was having the camp there? They were saying he was coachable. They were saying he was doing all the little things. It transferred over to training camp. What was people saying about him? He's coachable. He's a sponge. He's doing all the little things. He just wants to win. You hear him talk. Yeah, I just want to win. I'm trying to be more well-rounded. Ime Udoka telling him, hey, we want you to be more well-rounded. Now, Jalen Green is a position where he now can contribute to winning without his number one weapon, which is scoring. All them guys that just won MVPs, if they wasn't scoring, they was doing something else. Be it playing defense, be it facilitating, passing, doing something off the ball, leadership. They was doing something besides rebounding. They was doing something besides their number one attribute, which was scoring. Jalen Green is getting his foundation laid for that type of a player right now in season 3. It's a shame that he didn't get it in the first 2 seasons. It's all right. Better late than never. This is cool. He got the right coach to push the right buttons in the right guy. I know some of y'all are saying, well, hey, what about Şengün? Şengün is also 21 years old and he's putting up good numbers. Different, good take, good observation. However, I've said on this channel before, the Şengün case is quite different. Quite different. Why? Well, I'll answer. The reason why that is different is because when the season is over with, before the season, before he even came to the NBA, let's not even talk about right now. Before he even came to the NBA, he was what? MVP of the Turkish League. MVP of the Turkish League. Before he came to the league at age 18, he was playing pro 3 years. It's either 3 or 4 years before he even came to the NBA. Before he got drafted, he's been playing pro. He's been around pros his whole life. This is why a lot of those Euro guys that come to the NBA super polished. They come into the NBA super polished. They know what their skills are. They're coachable. They're sponges. They get better. A lot of them, especially these young guys who win in Euro League or Turkish League or whatever other league MVPs before they come to the NBA, they end up being very good NBA players. That is a good mark. Luka is another guy. So with Şengün, that's a different story. And then now, after the NBA season, he goes back to Turkey. He plays for the Turkish national team. They got structure over there. They use him the way that he's supposed to be used. Kind of the same way kind of the same way Ime Udoka is using him now in the current offense. This is how they're using him. So his case is a little different. And by the way, stay tuned. I'm gonna do something like this for Şengün too. I'm gonna do some player comparisons for him, previous players, maybe a current player. Who knows? We're gonna stay locked in with me. We're gonna get into that one. That's gonna be my next video. But back to the Jalen Green situation. Be patient, folks. Be patient, folks. The growth is coming. The growth is there, actually. You actually can see the growth. You can see it every game that he's playing, man. You can see it. The man's defense has gotten a lot better game by game by game. He's taking the instruction. He's taking the coaching. He's in the film room. You hear him and Udoka say he does one-on-one film sessions with everybody. You could tell that Jalen is learning. He's getting his basketball IQ up. When you watch him play defense, just watch what Jalen does. When you next time you watch the Rockets game, watch it with a different lens. Don't don't watch who has the ball. Watch everything that's going on outside of whoever has the ball, because that's where the soup is being stewed at. That's where the cooking is happening at. It's off the ball. Look at what Jalen Green is doing when he doesn't have the ball. Look at what Jalen Green is doing when he's not guarding the ball handler on defense. Look what's happening there. When you watch basketball with that type of a lens, you'll start to see things a little bit different. That's how you start to see things that's happening before they happen. These high IQ basketball guys, they're a step ahead. Step one is always the person with the ball. Step two and three and four is everything that's happening outside of the main action with the basketball. That's where you watch basketball. That's where games are won. That's how role players eat. Things that are going on outside of the ball. Jalen is learning the fundamentals of doing the little things. He's learning how to NBA. He knows how to hoop, but he's learning how to NBA. He's learning how to be a pro. I know everybody want microwave gumbo. It's not as good as the gumbo that's been on the stove for about 6 hours. You smell it. Grandma been in the kitchen cooking that gumbo since 12 noon. It's almost dinner time, people. Don't worry. It's on the way. If you still with me with this video, go and give me a like. That means you like the video enough to watch it to the end. Go ahead, leave me a comment. Let me know if I miss anything. Let me know if I'm off. I'm open to that dialogue. I'm open to that discourse. If I'm wrong, if I'm off, let's talk about it. Share the video if you like the video enough. Go ahead and give me a subscribe if you checked out some previous videos of mine. The previous video I did a video talking about, uh, I kind of did a response to Hoop References video on how he kind of feels like we might be playoff pretenders. Go on and check that out. That's some good stuff right there. There's heat. There's some more heat right now. We're gonna have some more heat for you guys tomorrow. Keep it locked with your boy. This is AK Infinity. Follow me on Twitter at AK Infinity _VVS. Like, comment, subscribe. This is the Rockets Propaganda Channel, and we out.